Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Shuklam Bharadaram Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vighno Pashantaye Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Gurave Sarvalokanam Vijaya Bhavaroginam Nitaye Sarva Vidyanam Shri Dakshinamurtake Namaha Shrutisthi Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Pada Shankaram Loka Shankaram Apara Karuna Sindhum Jnanadam Shantarupinam Shri Chandrasekhara Gurum Pranamami Mudanvaham Parityajya Maunam Vathadastitinja Vrajan Bharatasya Pradeshat Pradesham Madhusyan Divacha Janan Dharma Marge Nayan Shri Jayendro Gururbhate Chitte Namamaha Shankaran Vakya Vijayendra Saraswatim Shri Gurum Sishtamar Ganunetaram Sarmati Pradam Satyanarayana Kshetrat Satyavratamupagatam Ashraye Kamakoti Sham Satya Shri Chandrasekharam Sadguru Charanarvindabhyan Namaha Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. In the Narayana kavacham from Srimad Bhagavatam, a very potent shloka, Vishwarupa, son of Tvashtra, is doing the Upadesham of Narayana kavacham to Indran, using which Indra has won over all the obstacles. Whoever enemies Indra has won over that. And Shuka Brahman is doing the Upadesham of this to Parikshita Maharaja. Parikshit is asking Shuka Brahma Maharishi, hey Maharishi, please let me know the mantra as well. So Shukacharya is doing the Upadesham of that to Parikshit. We have seen initially the elaborate and Nyasam procedure for three major mantras. Mahavishnu, Vishnu Shadakshari mantra, Narayana Ashtakshari mantra, and Vasudeva Dwadasakshari mantra. These all the three mantras are very potent and important. In the Sampradayam, it is not correct to tell out the mantra out loud. So I am not telling the mantra out loud, but I think the last class we discussed the mantra. There are some nyasam procedure that is there. These nyasas have to be learnt from a guru on one-on-one basis. So we have not discussed the nyasa very elaborate manner, because you just cannot do the nyasa. You have to do the japam of mantra and all, because it involves all these technicalities. We are not going in detail about the technical procedure of nyasa. So what should we all do now? Just chanting those mantras itself will give us the phalan of all the nyasas. In Kali, that is an advantage that we have. In Kali Yuga, several procedures people cannot do. For example, Ashwamedha Yagam. It is Varjyam in Kali Yuga. So what to do now? Do the Parayanam of Ashwamedha Yaga mantras. You will get the phalam of doing Ashwamedha Yaga. So Kalikalam, people all will worry. People will be afraid of Kalikalam, etc. But it is the most auspicious, it is the most helpful time, because you don't have to do anything properly. In the previous yuga and all, if you are doing a yagam, if you are doing homa, everything has to be properly to get phalam. In Kalikalam, even if you don't do anything properly, Bhagavan will give you palam because Bhagavan knows that in Kalikalam nobody can do anything properly. It does not mean, however, that on purpose you have to do everything wrong. No. You try to do it right. But even if there are some additions and omissions and commissions, Bhagavan understands and he helps you. So that being said, we started to look at the actual kavacham part. Harirvidadhyan mama sarvaraksham nyastyangri padmaha padakendra prishthe darari charmasi gadeshu chapa pashandadanu ashtagunoshtabahu. A beautiful dhyanam of Hari. Ashtagunaha Ashtabahu. Yengunattan Talai Vanangathalai. Kodil Puriyil Gunamilave Yengunattan Talai Vanangathalai nu Thiruvallur Silver. You have got two eyes, you have got nose, you have got mouth, you have got ears. All these are holes present in your face. If you do not worship Bhagavan with your head, all these will remain only holes. There is absolutely no use of having all these organs if you don't use them to worship Bhagavan. In the Silapadikaram, Vadavariyai Mattaki, Vasudiyai Nanaki. Kesavanai Padada Navenna Nave, Avan Seer Kelada Sheviyenna Sheviye, Avanai Parkada Kannenna Kanne, Kannimai Partham Kannenna Kanne. Abdillam Padua. If you don't worship, if you don't use your ears to hear the praises of Bhagavan, what is the use of your ears? Keshavanai Padada Vayenna Vai. If you don't use your mouth to sing the praises of Bhagavan, what is the use of your mouth? Here Yalango Vadigal goes one step more. He says, hey, you are standing in Srirangam, you are standing in Tirupati, you are looking at Bhagavan, Smurti, and then you start to blink your eyes in front of Tirupati, Balaji, in front of Ranganatha. What is the use of that eyes? Because when you are blinking your eyes, what happens? For a very small moment, you actually close your eyes, you don't see the Bhagavan who is in front of you. Adhan Thiruvallur solrar, Kolil Poriyil Gunamilave. The thing that we want is the next line. Yengunattan Talai Vananga Talai. Bhagavan is depicted as Yengunattan. 8 gunas Bhagavan has. The same thing here in Srimad Bhagavatam Shukacharya tells Ashtagunaha Ashtabahu. Bhagavan has got 8 gunas. You do the dhyanam of that Bhagavan with 8 bahu, with 8 hands. And then you start the kavacham. These shlokas we have seen the last class, I am just revising. Jaleshu maham rakshatu matsya murtihi yado ganebhyo varunasya pashat sthaleshu mayavat vamano vyat trivikramah khevatu vishwarupaha durgeshu vatavyaji mukhadishu prabhu payandrasimho surayuthaparihi Vimunchato yasya mahattahasam disho vinedurnyapadamscha garbha e jaleshu mam rakshatu matsya murtihi. When I am in waters, let Matsyavatara protect me. Yado ganebhyo varunasya pashat. If I am in water, Varuna pashaha will be there. all the organisms that are present in waters. From those organisms, let Matsya protect me. Sthaleshu maya vatuvavano vyat. When I am in the lands, let Vamana protect me, because Vamana ruled over all the land. Trivikramakevatu Vishwarupaha. If I am in air, in those days, how can people be in air? People, we think we only invented all the airplanes only, recently 100 years, 150 years. But this shloka is written so many thousands of years ago. And here they say, if I am in air, let Trivikrama protect me. In those days, people would have had those mechanisms. We just don't know. Even now, we can use the shloka. We are going in plane. We are doing lots of air travel. And of late, we also read in news that lots of accidents happen. So when we do the chanting of this kavacham, when you are in plane, the Trivikrama Murti will protect you. Durgeshvatavyaji mukhadishu prabhu payan nrsimho surayuthaparihi vimunchato yasya mahatahasam dine disho vinedurnyapadam schagarbha. Let that Nrisimha Murti on hearing of whom even asuras who are in the garbhas of their mother, they die. Let that Nrisimha Murti protect me during my hardship times. From 15, I think we have to see. Rakshatvasau madhvani yajna kalpaha swadam trayonnita dharo varaha ramudrikute shvatha vipravase Salakshmano vyad bharadagrajosman. Let Varaha Rakshatvasau madhvani yajnakalpaha swadam shtrayo nitadharo varaha. Let that Varaha Murti, who has got the Bhuma Devi on his teeth, the Tettipal, who came from Yajna. Varaha is Yajna Varaha Murti. We have seen the Yajna Varaha Stuti, where different parts of Yajna is identified with different parts of Varaha Murti. So let that Varaha Murti protect me when I am traveling. We all do lots of travel, right? So let that Varaha Murti protect me when I am traveling. Ramodrikute shvatha vipravase salakshmano vyad bharadagrajosman. Ramah patu salakshmanaha. I will be traveling in lots of places. If I am traveling in hills, summer has come, so people will go to hill station, summer vacation. I want to go to a place where it is little bit cooler, so we go to hill station. And in lots of hill station, landslides will happen. People will be stranded because of floods in the river. In those places at those times, Ramaha Adrikute Shvatha Vipravase. So let the Brahmana Rama, who's the Brahmana Ramana? Parashurama. So let the Parashurama protect me when I am in hills. Salakshmano vyad bharadagrajosman. So when I am traveling, let the Bharadagraja Rama, Rama, who is the brother of Lakshmana and Bharata, let that Rama protect me. Normally it is very, very normal to chant this shloka, right? Apadam apahartaram dhataram sarvasampadam lokabhiramam shriramam bhuyo bhuyo namamyaham. The Shishtachara is daily we chant this Rama Raksha Stotram, Rama Apaduddharaka Stotram, Apadam apahartaram dhataram sarvasampadam lokabhiramam shriramam bhuyo bhuyo namamyaham. So we say the shloka whenever we travel, even daily we chant the shloka. So that Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, because they all have lords of Astra and Shastra, let them protect me. Mamugradharmad Akhila Pramadat Narayana Patu Narascha. I am very successful, but all the other people, they are, they have lots of poramai on my success. So, they take to all this pilli sunyam. We have all these stories, right? We hear all these stories. I am very successful, I am getting promotion. நிறையா பேருக்கு அசூயை வரும். பில்லி சூன்யம்னா போய் மந்திரிகன்ட்ட வச்சு பண்ணுறது தான் கிடையாது. ஒரு அசூயை, கண் திருஷ்டி, இதெல்லாம் நிறையா பேருக்கு இருக்கும். Especially at the time of social media, we don't put anything, but the kids, they will put everything, whatever happens in the house in social media. And through their kids, they will get to know about what we do in our family. And people will have some asuya. நம்ம இப்படி இருக்கோமே, அவா ரொம்ப நன்னா இருக்காளே, அவா ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமாக இருக்காளே. You take to Instagram, nobody will put any story when people are crying. Everybody will put, they will go to, next street, they will put, oh, I went to this holiday, blah, 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 blah. Lots of people will watch. And they will have all these drishti doshas and all. மாந்திரீகம் பண்ண ஏதோ ஒரு பில்லி சூன்யம் அபிச்சார பிரயோகம், all these things, whether it is good or bad, people do that, all these things. And we also have got another dosha called as pramada dosha. In Tamil, pramada is a good thing. If somebody sings very nice, what do? Pramadama padran. If somebody plays cricket very well, pramadama sixer adichaya sollu. But in Sanskritam, pramada means carelessness. If somebody is singing very, very carelessly, that is called as pramada. So let Narayana protect me from carelessness. There are lots of kids, when they are studying, especially when kids, they do math, the major problem the teacher says, he makes lots of careless mistakes. Not only true for kids, it's true for everybody, even for me, especially me. I do lots of careless mistakes when filling out a form. We do lots of mistakes. Later it is going to come and affect us. All these things are going to happen. Right? Like Narayana, Mamuddhara Dharma, Mam Ugra Dharma, Dakhila Pramadat. Ugra Dharma means all this Abhichara Prayogam. Akhilat Pramadat, all this carelessness. Narayana Patu Narascha. Let Narayana protect me from all these things. Narascha hasat dattastvayogat athayoganataha payat guneshak kapilak karma bandhat. Let the Narasakha, you see Nara and Narayana, let the Nara Narayana protect me from my own garva. I have lots of garvam, right? I have garvam. I will never listen to others' advice, especially elders' advice. They will have our interest in mind. They will do some advice, but what we will do, we will never listen to their advice. It is because of our own garvam. Let Nara and Narayana protect me from my own garvam. See how beautiful this kavacham is. We are not asking for protection from external entity. Yes, we ask for that. But we ask for protection from our own disadvantages, our own drawbacks, like pramadaha, my own carelessness, my own garvam. Dattastva datha yoganatha. In Shastra texts, there are lots of karmas that are prescribed for us. But unfortunately, number one, we don't even know what those karmas are. Number two, even if we know, we don't know them completely. Number three, even if we know them partially, we don't have any time to follow that. One of that is yoga abhyasam, doing pranayamam. All these things are very seamlessly integrated into our daily anushtana. யோகாபியாசம்னு நம்ம தனியாக பண்ணணுங்கிற அவசியமே கிடையாது. அஷ்டாங்க யோகம் இஸ் இன்டகிரேட்டட் இன்டு அவர் டெய்லி கர்மா. யம நியம ஆசன பிராணாயாம பிரத்யாகார தாரண சமாதி, ஆல் தீஸ் 8 angams are seamlessly integrated into our daily karmas. But we don't do our swakarma, we don't do sandhya vandanam, we don't do any japam, etc. We also do not do the ashtanga yoga. Whatever the yoga that is being taught, it is only one part of the ashtanga yoga, just asana, just pranayama. Nobody teaches all the 8 angams. If we don't do that, again, the body is not going to be very fit, right? So let the Dattatreya, Dattastva yogad atha yoganatha, Dattatreya is yoganatha. Let that Dattatreya protect me from my problem of not doing any yogas. Dattaha to ayogat. I have to do yoga, ashtanga yoga, but I am not doing that. Let Dattatreya protect me now. Protect me na ennadu. Let Dattatreya teach me how to do the yoga properly. Payad gunesha kapilah karma bandhat. Let the Kapilacharya protect me from all the karma bandhaha. In Bhagavad Gita, we are seeing karma is the major cause of all problems. Karma bandhaha abhinutar. And the freedom from karma is called as moksha. Moksha literally means freedom. So let Kapila protect me from all the karma bandha. Meaning what? In Bhagavad Gita, we are studying how to protect yourself from the karma. Karma na enadu punya papam. We have to do karma yoga. So let Kapila Deva help me to understand the karma yoga and perform karma yoga properly. Sanat Kumaro Vatukamadevat Hayashirsamam Pathi Devahelanat Devarshivaryaha Purusharchanantarat Kurmo Harirma Nirayadaseshat. Again, beautiful shlokas. Sanat Kumaro Vatukamadevat. Let Sanat Kumara protect me from Kamadeva. Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanatana, Sanat Kumara. All these are 4 Shishyas who are the Manasika Putras of Brahma. These people are the Shishyas of Dakshinamurti. Dakshinamurti is the embodiment of Jnanam. Let these 4 people protect me from Kamadeva. Because Kamadeva not only is responsible for only the physical attraction, but for all of our desires, Kamadeva is responsible. And when you have a binding desire, that is going to cause problems with your jnanam. Because Shrotavyaha, Mantavyaha, Nididhyasitavyaha, 3 stages. You have to listen, Shravanam. You have to get all your doubts removed, Mananam. And you have to revel on the teaching, Nididhyasana. If you have lots of desires, you cannot do all these 3 things properly. So let Sanat Kumara is an avatara of Mahavishnu. Let Sanat Kumara protect me from all the desires, because Sanat Kumara has learnt it from Dakshinamurti. And what did Dakshinamurti do now? Dakshinamurti opened his third eye to burn the Kamadeva. When you burn your Kama, you will get a Jnanam. That is what we have to learn from the Kama episode. Because what does Parameshwara do? Parameshwara opens his third eye. The third eye is called as Jnana Chakshuhu. The third eye is the eye of wisdom. And when Parameshwara opens his third eye, Kama burns. When Jnanam comes, Kama burns. And who comes out of the third eye? Jnana Skanda Murti comes out of the third eye. Skanda. Only for Skanda we prefix the word Jnanam. For Saraswati we don't prefix the word Jnanam. Even for Dakshinamurti we don't say Jnana Dakshinamurti and all solradilla. Meda Dakshinamurti we tell. But only for Skanda we say Jnana Skandan. Jnana Subramanian. Skanda is an embodiment of Jnana. And Skanda is also an avatara of Sanat Kumara. So let all these Sanat Kumara protect me from Kamadeva, from all my desires. Hayashir Shamam Pathi Deva Helanath. We travel. When we travel, what is going to happen? Lots of temples will be there. We don't have time to get down at all temples, do namaskaram to all the swamis in the temple. According to Shastra, that is a papam. You go by a temple without doing namaskaram to the swami in temple, it is a papam. But unfortunately, what happens? You want to go to work. 10 temples, especially in India, if you go 1 kilometer, 3 or 4 temples will be there. We cannot possibly stop at all the temples, do namaskarams and all. So we are accruing papam. Here he says, Hayashi Rishamam Pathi Devahelanath. Let Hayagriva protect me from that papam as well. Sometimes we will be going, or we would have planned to go to the temple, but we are getting late. So we will say, okay, next time. We do all these things, right? So let Hayagriva protect me from that papam. Devar Shivaryaha Purusharchanantarat. Let Devarshi Narada protect me from all the obstacles that happens for Deva Puja. நம்ம பூஜை பண்ணுறோன்னு தான் எல்லா பிரச்சனையும் வரும். ஏதோ there is a வாக்கியம், Shreyansi Bahuvignani. If we want to do something very good for us, there is going to be lots of vignas. Look at what Vishwamitra underwent in Ramayana. He wanted to do tapas, but he has got every problem that can happen to him. Even it happens for all of us, we had some puja, we have planned for some puja at our home. அப்போ வரைக்கும் நல்லா இருந்த வீட்டில் இருக்கிற யாரோ ஒருத்தருக்கு அப்போ தான் ஹாஸ்பிட்டலில் ஐசியூவில் அட்மிட் ஆகிருப்பா. இவாளை வச்சுட்டு பூஜையை ஆரம்பிக்கிறதா வேண்டாமா? வீல் ஹாவ் திஸ் கொஸ்டின். people in different people have different types of problem. அந்த ஒரு பூஜையை நடத்தி முடிக்கிறதுக்குள்ள ஏண்டா பிளான் பண்ணுங்கிற மாதிரி ஆயிடும். இன்ஃபேக்ட் சாஸ்திரா says if that happens, it really means that that puja is very good for you and it is working for you. Because only when things are working, the devas will cause all the problems to interrupt that. Right? So that puja really is going to give you benefits. That is why you are having lots of obstacles in doing that puja. Here there is a prayer. Devar Shivalyaha Purusharchanantarat. Let Narada protect me from all those obstacles for having any puja, for having Deva Puja, for doing Deva Puja at our house. Obstacles for Deva Puja does not come, because of all these reasons. Not only comes because of all these reasons. We also will have some pramada, alasya, nidra, etc. சுவாமிக்கு பூஜை பண்ணுறேன்னு காத்தால தூங்கி போயிடுவேன், பூ கிடைக்காது, பால் சொல்லியிருப்பேன், பால் வந்திருக்காது. You would have ordered flowers would not have come. You would have ordered milk would not have come. Or பிரசாதம் பண்ணுறேன்னு நினச்சிட்டு ஏதோ கண்ணா பின்னான்னு தப்பாக பண்ணிவிடுவேன். All these things are interruptions for puja. Let Devarshi Narada protect me from all these things. Kurmo harirmam nirayada seshat. Let Kurma Avatara protect me from all the karmas. Because of Vidivasham, we will have lots of obstacles. Let Kurma Avatara protect me from all those obstacles as well. Dhanvantarir Bhagavan Patvapatyat. Let Dhanvantari protect me from all the apathyam. Pathyam means regulation in food. When you go to an Ayurvedic doctor, he will prescribe some medicine. He will also prescribe pathyam. You have to eat these things. You should not eat all these things. The doctor will tell. In fact, the medicine will only work 50%. 50% your disease will be cured by the pathyam. Shastra gives lots of pathyam. You can only eat these vegetables. You cannot eat these vegetables. You can only eat these vegetables at these times. You cannot eat those vegetables at other times. Nellika, gooseberry, you should not eat during Sundays, Shastra will say. Yogurt, you should not have during the night time. Ginger, you should not eat during the night time. அது மாதிரி சாஸ்திரத்தில் பார்த்தா சதுர்த்தியில் தேங்காய் சாப்பிடாத. அது மாதிரி when can you eat coconut, when you should not eat coconut. The same vegetable is good for one day, the same vegetable is bad for the other day. Today is Dwadashi. Today people have to eat sundaka, nellika, agathikirai. When Dwadashi Parani people do, they should varjyam of certain vegetables, puli, adallam saapidappadadu Dwadashi Paraniki. So all these things are called as pathyam, and these pathyams are there to protect our body. And when body is protected, our mind is protected. Because body and the mind are interrelated with each other. If we have some problem with our body, the mind gets affected. If our body is very nice, the mind also will be very, very nice. Because of all the apathyam, my body will get affected, hence my mind will also get affected. Let my not following pathyam be protected by Dhanvantari. It does not mean we will chant the shloka and then we eat whatever we want. Here the prayer is, let Dhanvantari Bhagavan gives me good buddhi to follow the pathyam. Because most of the pathyam rules we have lost. Inji சாயங்காலம் சாப்பிடப்படாதுங்கிறது nobody knows. நெல்லிக்கா ஞாயிற்றுக்கிழமை சாப்பிடப்படாதுங்கிறது nobody knows these days. So when we chant the shloka, it does not mean that okay, I will eat whatever I want and Dhanvantari. No. Dhanvantari will give you the opportunity to know about those rules, Dhanvantari will give you opportunity to follow the rules. That is how we should interpret all these things. Okay, time's over. We'll see the meaning for remaining shloka in the next class. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate. Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavadishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.